After finishing uni, I decided to spend my spare time making a game. This series aims to document the development of it up till hopefully its release. So I started off by heading over to Trello to try and plan my ideas. It took a while, but I finally locked down a basic plan. I want to create a simple game where the player controls a wizard that runs around defeating enemies and getting stronger. They can explore randomly generated levels and specialise in different schools of magic such as pyromancy, cryomancy, and maybe a little bit of space magic. Now, I'm not the best artist, so I've decided that I'll just be using pixel art. By using Piskel, I designed my player character. I'm still going to stick down with a top-down view, as I believe it'll be easier to show off using magic in all the directions. I also designed my makeshift enemy in the form of a zombie. I'm actually quite happy with how the sprites came out. By using different shades of colours, I was able to quickly add detail to the zombie's skin and the player's hair. I created a basic background for the player to explore, as well as giving the player an option to move around. Despite a cursor not yet being visible upon playing the game, the player does actually look at it. With the press of the space button, the player can shoot out some magic, as well as some yellow particles spawning for a little bit more pizzazz. Finally, I added in some colliders to the level so the player couldn't just walk off out into space. With the level made, I added in an enemy to chase after the player. For now, the enemy just moves slowly, so I can just kind of test out chasing the player. Now, while it did chase the player, it just didn't look at them. I went to the script that sorted out my enemy moving and altered it to have the enemy look at the player. Despite Unity coding having a look at function, it doesn't actually make one object look at another. It more copies an object's components and values. So I had to make the program constantly calculate where an enemy was relative to the player. Then had it calculate the angle the enemy would have to rotate to actually look at the player. To finish off, I had the enemy rotate by the angle. With the code edited, I played the game and lo and behold, the enemy followed the player. Then I went and added in the bullets actually hurting and eventually killing the enemies. Currently, each magical projectile deals 10 damage and the zombies have 30 health. When they die, a little blood splatter particle effect spawns in. Logically, the next step was to add in a lot more zombies. I've decided as well that I'd have a survival wave-based mode in the game as well, so I've created a flexible system that will incorporate this. Currently it only spawns zombies, but just by changing the prefab it uses, it can easily spawn different enemies. Next, I decided to add in some basic user interface elements, such as a health bar which decreases as the player decreases in health, and a counter which increases as the player kills enemies. For every time a zombie is killed, that counter goes up. I also added in a time remaining counter, as well as an actual timer which records if the player is running out of time, and if it does, the player loses. If the player loses all his health, then they die. I created a sprite for a health kit and added in the opportunity for a player to increase in health. When the player goes over the health kit, their health regenerates. The player's health cannot exceed its maximum health, but if it was to, it would instead just stay at its maximum. When the player dies, a basic death screen pops up. It's very basic at the moment and currently only contains a button which allows the user to restart or go back to the main menu. So for instance, if the user is to click on the restart button, then it does restart the level and the user can carry on with the chaos which is currently going against hundreds of zombies and inevitably dying or running out of time. When the user dies, if they choose to click on the main menu button, then it does actually take them to a very, and I mean very basic main menu. On there's just the start and exit button with starting the game and exit doing nothing, because unless you build a thing in Unity, exiting does not work. All that done, I decided to head back to Trello and start ticking through all the checklists which I had set up for each bit in my things to do. I then dragged them across to done if I had done everything, and if I had not done it all, if I'm currently still in the middle of doing it, I just put it in the, well, doing bit. Now I just need to think of a name for the game, and I guess maybe we'll have that next time. I aim to make one of these at minimum maybe every 5 days, but based on with all the spare time I've got, they may be even more frequent than that. Depends on how much work I get done. I hope you enjoyed the video, and this has been part 1 of my devlog series. I know it looks very basic for now, but from what I can imagine in my head, I've got high hopes for it, and I can't wait to get back to working, so I guess I'll hopefully see you all next time. If you have any questions, then please feel free to comment on away, and that's that. Bye!